Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Sarah here again, and we're back with another video. If you're seeing this beautiful face for the first time, please don't make it your last. Make sure to subscribe, like and share. And if you're a returning subscriber, you're most definitely welcome. In today's video, we'll be talking about the selfish reasons why I agreed to marry my husband, or why I chose my husband, whatever, but the selfish reasons. Very first selfish reason why I agreed to marry my husband was because he loved me more. Yes, I belong to that school of thought that says you should marry a man that loves you more. Obviously, you love this man already. For you to agree to spend the rest of your life with him, you love him. However, if he loves you more, you stand a chance of a better insurance, if I would call it that. Is there really an insurance when it comes to men? I don't know, Sha. But a man that loves you more is willing to sacrifice for you, will always put you first. And in marriage, if you're going to have a life partner, somebody you spend the entirety of your life with, which is the whole idea of marriage in the first place, you should have someone that will put you first. You should have someone that loves you more than they love themselves, so they are less likely to hurt you or hurt you intentionally. Yes, we can hurt ourselves unintentionally here and there, even with your siblings, even with your best friend. You hurt each other sometimes, but the person that loves you so much, that loves you even more than you love them, so yeah, that person will be more intentional about not wanting to hurt you, about putting you first, about literally always seeking to make you happy. I saw all the signs that showed that he loved me more, and for that reason I was willing to marry him. The second selfish reason was because he was stable. This may sound like, how is that a selfish reason? It's a selfish reason because it has everything to do with me, what I want, what I seek personally in a partner. And stability is relative. To some people, stability is living in a mansion, having 10 cars. Yeah, the stability to me was just, I wanted a partner that would provide just certain basic amenities I was used to. So I wanted him to have a place of his own, a place that would be convenient and that would maintain a type of lifestyle I was used to. So whatever that means to you, that was stability to me. I also wanted a partner that has a means of transportation. I don't think it would have been so easy for me to get married to a man that didn't have a means of transportation. But honestly, I don't think if he had every other thing and he didn't have a car, I would still agree to marry him. However, it was a plus to know that, okay, we can move from point A to point B without having to rely on Bolt and Taxify, whatever you call it. Bolt is not Taxify. Bolt and Uber. So it was like, I was happy to know that, okay, we have a fixed roof over our head. We can move from point A to point B. He has a job, meaning that there is a recurring stream of income coming in, and that just gives a certain stability. You're not going to go into your husband's house and then you start thinking, oh, what are we going to eat? There's some people that are, I don't know, especially a lot of guys these days, they're involved in so many different things. You don't even know the person's job. You just know that he makes money somehow and you're ready to marry that person. I'm sorry, that is too risky. I would advise you to know, what does the person actually do? This money you're spending, where is it coming from? So ascertaining the stability is not just about, oh, is there money? Is there this? Is there that? Is where is it coming from? If you want to get married to a guy, a young guy, maybe less than his 30s, and he's living in a big house, in a mansion and this, and you're not asking questions, please, you should. So yeah, stability is important, but understand that it is genuine sources of income that provide that stability. Another selfish reason, and this one is quite controversial, is the fact that he comes from a small family. He doesn't come from a polygamous home. His parents, they respect very much the nuclear family, themselves and their children. And actually, he is an only child. I didn't seek I didn't go out seeking to marry somebody that is an only child, but having that knowledge was a plus to me. Not because, oh, if you had brothers and sisters I won't get married. Come on, yes, of course I will, but you just know that it's going to reduce drama. Of some siblings can cause drama. Also, it may not be drama in terms of against the wife, but there's a lot of competition that can come in certain homes where siblings are competing against each other or with each other to try and be better. Also in terms of like properties and inheritance and all those type of things, and it used to scare me. So if I'm dating somebody and I realize that there's a lot of rivalry between themselves and their siblings, I'm sorry, I don't think I'll be comfortable getting married to that person. But if I'm with somebody and they have like even 10 siblings and there's quite a tight bond, I think that will not matter. Rather, I'll be so happy going into such a happy and loving family. But in my case, my husband came from a small, neat family. His parents believe in taking the best interest for their immediate family and helping their extended family. Even though they help the extended family, they don't bring them so close in terms of them having access to your everyday life, and it just brings a general sense of peace. My mother-in-law has no issue with her in-laws in terms of like her sister-in-laws, being that there is a bit of a gap. Like, they are not always involving each other in every single thing. There's that respect, which I so much appreciated, and it made me happy to join a family where each person is respecting their little boundaries. When they need to come out for each other in terms of like cousins and all of this, they do. For events, for just instances or situations where you will need each other, they come through for each other. But in terms of the everyday life, it's not a case of everybody calling everybody, oh, I want to put a foot forward, I want to do this, I want to do that, what's your opinion, what's your this? No, everyone moves in their lane, and where they need to help, they come together, then they all go back to their lanes. So the whole notion of that small family and just seeking the interest of the immediate family made me comfortable getting married to my husband. Another very important selfish reason was the fact that he doesn't smoke and he is not a social drinker. That was so important to me. The drinking aspect, I could tolerate to some extent, but if it is being with somebody that is always going out, always drinking, can even get drunk or tipsy, I will not tolerate that. Some men handle the alcohol quite well and they drink during some instances, not every single day, every single time. That's all right. But if I'm going to be with somebody that is smoking, that will not even work. Health-wise, I can't even tolerate the smell of smoke. Like, even if you didn't smoke in that environment, you were smoking somewhere, and then, God, I can't stand that. So I was very happy that he didn't. I was also happy that he is not a social drinker in terms of always wanting to go out with friends to drink. My husband is actually quite social. He's part of like so many clubs. He plays footballs in at least 3 different clubs. He's always going to polo. He's always joining one activity or the other. But the core reason for the socializing is not the drinking. There's so many things that come out from drinking. You now start drink driving and all of that. I was just very comfortable with the fact that I don't have to worry that he's coming home late and maybe he could be intoxicated and driving, that you could go out with friends and due to intoxication you find yourself in situations that you can't explain. I didn't want any of that drama. Selfish reason that is actually the main reason why I agreed to marry my husband was because he is God-fearing. From the moment I met him, even like we're like still in uni, I was 18 and everything, there was always something that was a driving factor to his judgment in any case, was what will God want him to do. So my husband is somebody that doesn't do things because it's against what God wants. You know how a man can be God-fearing, can be religious, can be religious, they go to church, they go to mosque, they go to whichever religious institution they belong to. If you ask them, they believe in God, but in their day-to-day life, they don't make their decisions necessarily based on that belief. This wasn't the case. There's so many things that he didn't get involved in, that he didn't do as a young guy, which a lot of young guys were doing, just because he felt his religious beliefs would not permit him to do that, and that it was against religion for some reason. Also, to make any big, small or medium decision in his life, like getting a job, moving of state, moving of city or wherever, decision to get married, decision, so many basic decisions, they are all grounded on his faith. He pray about it first. So what this tells me is that in this marriage, for whatever plans we have, whatever goals we have, we'll always put God first. We will always seek God's either stamp or not on these programs, and whatever we seek to do that is not approved by God, we won't do it. Which other form of leadership will I want in a marriage other than a man that will seek God's face first before doing things? So yeah, this is definitely a selfish reason why I decided to marry him. Another selfish reason why I was happy to get married to my husband was because he loves his parents. My husband, yes, you may say because he's an only child, but no, I have had a lot of friends that are only kids, and the relationship they have with their parents is not always the same. Sometimes you have an only child that is a lot closer to one parent and not close to the other. But in this case, he loves both of his parents. He respects his mom so much, values her so much, respects his dad, values him above, so like, I don't want to above everything because God is above everything, but you understand what I mean. Like the love he has for his parents, the respect he has for his parents, the love he has for the family unit made him say, okay, this is a good man. This is a man that if I get married to, he would extend that same type of love to me, to our kids, and just our family in general. And I would say I do not regret that. Then last but not the least reason why I agreed to get married to my husband is that he is good at making money. He is good at finding solutions, finding solutions to problems that we face in everyday society. Most of the businesses that he has set up are always based on there's a particular problem that society is facing and he seeks to solve it and then make money from it. So he is good at making money. He's good at building bridges, making contacts in different areas of society, and they usually end up being monetized, and if they are not monetized, they would benefit a business someday or somehow. So he's generally good at making money and just building that social card, which is very necessary in Nigeria today. So yes guys, all these reasons and more, but these particular ones are top there among the selfish reasons why I agreed to marry my husband. So it wasn't because of tall, dark, and handsome, or blah, 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 blah. No, these were like the core reasons. It's not like he's short. He's actually dark, and I like that. He's not short. He's not... Yeah, is he my physical spec? Yes, I like how he looks. But is that the reason? No. And all these reasons are the selfish reasons why I agreed to get married to my husband. Thank you so much for watching guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.